the moment no one saw coming. The atmosphere inside the arena had already been charged with anticipation long before the encore began. Fans waved their light sticks restlessly, their excitement growing with every passing second. The final song had ended, but ARMY knew better than to leave. Something felt different. There was an unusual buzz in the air, a collective intuition that perhaps another surprise was brewing. And they were right. As the stage lights dimmed and a hush fell over the audience, a silhouette stepped into view. For a heartbeat, no one dared to assume anything, but the moment the spotlight hid his unmistakable frame, the arena exploded. It was Kim Taehyung, V of BTS, appearing on stage unannounced, without any teasers, without any rumor, without any clue. The surprise was so sudden that fans barely had time to process it before tears and screams filled the dome. The camera shook from the force of thousands screaming his name, while social media went into immediate meltdown. Within seconds, Kim Taehyung, V is here, Taehyung's surprise, and Love Me Again Live shot up the trending charts globally. Even staff members seen in fan-taken videos seemed caught off guard, as though the surprise was intentionally kept secret even within production teams. This moment marked one of the most unforgettable pop-up appearances in BTS history, and it was only the beginning of the chaos Taehyung was about to unleash. Fans react in real time. Social media erupts. ARMY around the world had already been watching the concert via streams, fan cams, or live updates. When Taehyung appeared, entire timelines froze for a second, then exploded in digital fireworks. Real-time reactions included everything from crying emojis to shaky, blurry screenshots and hundreds of capitalized tweets typed with trembling hands. Some fans typed the same sentence repeatedly, unable to believe what they had witnessed. Taehyung is really there? This is not a drill. Is this real life? Instagram stories were instantly filled with clips of fans screaming in the venue. TikTok saw a massive surge in edits, some filmed live, some made within minutes by users scrambling to piece together clips. These names dominated the For You page so heavily that even non-K-pop fans stumbled upon the news and asked, "What happened with BTS right now?" Within 10 minutes, over 4.3 million X posts used his name. Within an hour, the number had doubled. The digital world was on fire, and the night wasn't done yet. Love Me Again echoes through the arena. When Taehyung took hold of the microphone, fans knew something extraordinary was about to happen. As the first notes of Love Me Again filled the stadium, ARMY collectively lost every bit of composure they had left. His deep, honey-smooth voice resonated beautifully through the venue. It wasn't just a performance, it felt like a gift, a moment of connection, a reminder of how powerful his artistry really is. Every note carried emotion, every breath felt intentional, and every expression reflected the soul of a performer who has mastered his craft. Fans cried openly as Taehyung sang. Some were unable to record because their hands shook too hard. Others simply stood still, absorbing the moment in absolute disbelief. The live vocals, the atmosphere, the emotion, everything blended together into a performance that ARMY will remember for years. The emotional weight behind the song. Love Me Again has always held a special place in Taehyung's discography. It embodies longing, vulnerability, and a soft ache that resonates deeply with listeners. Hearing it live again, especially as an unannounced appearance, amplified its meaning tenfold. Taehyung closed his eyes during parts of the song, letting the melody guide him. He smiled gently at the crowd, and fans later described the look as bittersweet, emotional, and comforting all at once. For many, it felt like the performance served as reassurance, a silent message. "I'm here, I'm doing well, I haven't forgotten you." The emotional impact of that moment extended far beyond the walls of the arena. Behind the scenes whispers, how the surprise was kept secret. Hours after the concert, Korean media sources began reporting that V's appearance had been planned quietly, without public rehearsal and under tight secrecy. Staff members revealed that Taehyung arrived discreetly, using a back entrance and preparing in a private room. He wore plain clothes to avoid detection and only moved to the stage area after fans were fully focused on the encore. Even some crew members said that they did not know he would appear until minutes before he stepped onto the stage. The secrecy ignited more admiration for V's dedication and his desire to deliver unforgettable moments to ARMY. Fans in the arena share their stories. Fan accounts from the concert describe the moment with vivid detail. "I thought my heart stopped when I saw him. I couldn't scream, I could only cry. The energy in the arena changed instantly. It felt like magic. I've been a fan for 8 years. This was the best moment of my life." One fan fainted after the surprise appearance and was helped by medics, and later joked on social media that they would do it all again if needed. Another fan said that they dropped their phone the moment Taehyung walked out and ended up with a cracked screen as a souvenir of history. The emotional intensity of the night became a defining memory for everyone present.
Global headlines captured the phenomenon. International news outlets across Asia, Europe, and the Americas covered the event within hours. Articles highlighted Taehyung's legendary stage presence, the overwhelming fan reaction, the unexpected nature of his appearance, the cultural magnitude of his influence. Entertainment magazines labeled the moment a cultural reset, one of the most iconic fan idols reunions this year, proof of V's irreplaceable star power. Even non-K-pop blogs joined in, noting how rare it is for a single artist to cause global trends within minutes. The performance's impact on charts and streams. After the surprise stage, Love Me Again saw a massive surge on multiple streaming platforms. Spotify streams jumped significantly within 24 hours. YouTube searches for the song skyrocketed. Old fan cams from 2023 resurfaced and went viral again. Playlist additions spiked in every major region. It was as if the world collectively replayed the song to relive the performance. ARMY also launched streaming projects under hashtags like #StreamLoveMeAgain and #TaehyungSurpriseLive, pushing the track into trending positions. Why this surprise appearance matters? Taehyung's presence at the Encore concert wasn't merely a cameo. It symbolized several powerful things. His continuous bond with fans, even without prior announcements. His dedication to performance, delivering a live vocal masterpiece with no official promotion. His influence in the music and entertainment industry, as reflected by massive global reaction. His artistry, proving once again that his musical identity is strong, distinct, and impactful. Moments like these remind fans why Taehyung is beloved worldwide, not just for his visuals, but for his heart, talent, and sincerity. The aftershock, how the world continued talking about Taehyung for days. Long after the stadium lights dimmed and the echoes of screaming fans faded into the night, the world was still buzzing, almost vibrating with the intensity of Taehyung's surprise performance. It wasn't just a moment that trended for a few hours. It became a global cultural wave that refused to settle. For days, fans, journalists, influencers, and even casual listeners were captivated by the emotional aftershock of what had occurred. Countries across multiple continents recorded surges in search activity for VBTS, Taehyung Love Me Again Live, and Taehyung Encore Appearance. Entertainment shows in Korea dedicated entire segments to analyzing the moment, replaying fan-recorded clips on national broadcasts. News anchors even smiled while reading their scripts, acknowledging Taehyung's extraordinary ability to shake the energy of the world without uttering a single announcement. On social media platforms, particularly X, the wave did not subside. Hashtags tied to Taehyung remained in the global top trends for more than 72 hours, an almost unheard-of feat. What made this especially fascinating for analysts was that these trends were organic. No fan bases arranged simultaneous mass postings or organized dedicated trending parties. This was pure public reaction, raw, spontaneous, and overwhelmingly genuine. TikTok's algorithms also pushed almost every clip related to Taehyung into users' feeds, regardless of whether they followed K-pop content. One viral video showcased a group of non-K-pop concert staff in another city reacting in shock as they watched the clip of Taehyung walking onto the stage. Their reactions mirrored ARMY everywhere, stumbling backwards, grabbing their chests, shouting, "No way!" and replaying the video multiple times. Music critics joined in too. Several Western journalists wrote extended opinion pieces describing Taehyung as a performer whose emotional presence transcends language barriers. One reviewer noted, "V's voice carries a cinematic quality, deep, textured, and evocative. The type of sound that makes listeners feel the song, not just hear it." Even more impressive, multiple global brands took subtle notes from the event, seeing firsthand how Taehyung could command worldwide attention with minimal effort. Marketing analysts labeled the phenomenon the Taehyung effect, when a single unexpected appearance triggers a global digital chain reaction. Meanwhile, ARMY communities across different countries held live stream discussions, analyzing every micro moment. His greeting, his smile, his vocal runs, the color of his outfit, even the way he breathed between lyrics. These conversations stretched across days, turning into mini online festivals celebrating the surprise. Fan artists filled entire feeds with new illustrations inspired by his performance. Some drew him in ethereal gold lighting, others reimagined the stage moment as a fairy tale scene. Creative fan edits flooded every platform. Slow motion cuts, highlight reels, emotional compilations, and cinematic versions that made the event look like a movie premiere. What stood out most was the emotional sentiment shared by millions. It felt like Taehyung came to heal us.